Hi, my name is Tyasha, and today I, along with my team members, are presenting the strategic analysis of Afterpay in the Australian BNPL market. Afterpay has become almost synonymous with buy now, pay later in Australia. By 2021, nearly 70% of Australians knew the brand, and it now holds about 40% of the user share. Today, we'll explore its customers, competitors, internal and external environment, and the challenges it faces. Afterpay allows shoppers to buy now and pay later in 4 installments over 6 weeks. It charges no interest, does not run credit checks, and only adds capped late fees. Customers can use it online or in store through wallets like Apple Pay and Google Pay. Its subscription product, Afterpay Plus, expands usage almost anywhere mobile payments are accepted. Founded in Australia 2014, Afterpay debuted on the ASX in 2016. By 2017, it had 1 million users while it was entering New Zealand and 7,200 merchants. Expansion followed into the US in 2018, in the UK 2019 under the ClearPay brand, and Canada in 2020. In 2022, it was fully acquired by Block Inc., giving it financial scale and global reach. Afterpay's growth is driven by young consumers. In 2024, 59% of Gen Z and Gen Y Australians had already used BNPL in the past 6 months. 62% of Afterpay users are women. 95% are mobile first and active on social media. They use Afterpay to manage budgets, avoid credit card debts, and access lifestyle purchases like fashion and travel. The buy now pay later market is highly competitive. As of July 2025, PayPal dominates with 990,000 monthly active users. Shopback has 391,000, Klarna 164,000, Afterpay 148,000, and Zip just 65,000. Banks and fintech companies are entering aggressively, while smaller players like Latitude Pay and Laybuy have exited. Rivalry is intense, and substitutes like credit cards still remain strong. Internally, Afterpay's main strength is its brand. Nearly 70% of Australians know it, and for many young people, BNPL means Afterpay. Its simple, trusted platform with instant approvals, no interest, capped late fees, and wallet integration further builds loyalty. On the weaknesses side, the business model is vulnerable to regulations since it relies on merchant and late fees. It's also heavily tied to fashion and lifestyle spending, which can decline when cost of living pressures rise. So Afterpay's strengths are brand and trust, while regulations and reliance on discretionary spending remain its weaknesses. Looking outward, the external environment gives us both opportunities and challenges. On the opportunity side, younger demographics are driving adoption. In fact, almost 6 in 10 Gen Z and Gen Y Australians have used BNPL in the past 6 months. Combine that with the ongoing growth of e-commerce and digital lifestyle, and Afterpay is well positioned to remain central to how young Australians pay. We also see industry consolidation as an opportunity. Smaller players like Latitude Pay and Laybuy have already exited the market, leaving space for stronger providers like Afterpay to capture share and benefit from its early investment in technology. But alongside these opportunities are some real threats. Regulation is tightening from 2024. BNPL providers will need credit licenses and must follow responsible lending standards. This increases cost and could slow down approvals. Rivalry also remains fierce with PayPal and Klarna and banks all competing for the same customers. And credit cards, once thought outdated, are reclaiming grounds as substitutes. Zooming out, it's important to place Afterpay in the global BNPL landscape. North America leads the market with 45.8% share, followed by Europe at 21.2%. Asia Pacific, which includes Australia, accounts for about 20% of the market. While Australia is a mature BNPL hub, the global stage is a challenge and an opportunity for Afterpay. In Australia specifically, competition is boiling over. PayPal leads with nearly a million active BNPL users, while Afterpay sits at around 148,000. Although this shows the scale of competition, Afterpay's advantage is its deep cultural connection with the young Australians. The brand is almost synonymous with BNPL here, something international competitors cannot easily replicate. So, in this context, the Australian market is saturated, global growth is slowing, and the pressure from the regulation and rivals is intensifying. This sets the stage for the main challenge. The challenge is finding a way to turn the impending regulation into the competitive advantage rather than a burden. To address this challenge, we suggest three key actions. First, make responsibility a feature. Afterpay already has a strong record with 96% of payments made on time and late fees capped. By marketing this actively, Afterpay can show that regulations only reinforce what it already does well. Second, diversify beyond fashion and lifestyle. These categories are vulnerable to cost of living pressures. Afterpay Plus, which allows customers to use BNPL almost anywhere that takes mobile payments, is the tool to expand into everyday purchases and new categories. Third, lead on compliance. Instead of waiting for regulations to be forced on the industry, Afterpay should set the benchmark. Becoming the first mover in licensing and disclosure can differentiate the brand as the safest and most reliable BNPL option. In summary, Afterpay has built a powerful youth-focused brand in Australia, but survival in a crowded and regulated industry depends on how well it adapts.